Welcome to our podcast, the one where they talk about friends. This is Regina Phalange.
And this is Ken Adams.
Today we're going to talk about episode number 5, the one with the East German Laundry Detergent. Let me first say that the title alone bothered me because East Germany no longer existed in 1994. It was long gone and there was only Germany. It is funny that he comes out with the giant package of Überweiß. However, he says it's German laundry detergent. He never says it's East German. So I wonder what happened there. Whatever, it's a little detail.
Is it really East German in the title?
It really is East German in the title. It is weird. That's why I thought I'd comment on it. That's what we're here for, because we talk about friends here, and really we can say anything we want. So, but to the episode as a whole, I'd say Friends continues to be in full swing, just absolutely, truly the way you expect Friends to be. I feel like it went very quickly. I mean, we're only at episode 5. Last episode number 4, I already thought, okay, this is very much already classic Friends, and number 5, I feel the same way. And, you have the typical 3 plot lines. 2 of them I liked a lot, and 1 of them I hated out of the 3 plot lines.
Interesting, because I thought it was, it was a little less refined than the previous episode.
Oh no, I thought it was spot on.
Really? Like the laughter was sometimes at really weird, like...
When?
There was one thing that Chandler said, I forget what it was, and laughing, there was not really a point in having a laugh track.
But there was one.
Yeah. And when Joey...
It wasn't, you mean what he said wasn't funny?
It wasn't that funny, like to...
I think laugh tracks are often applied a bit too liberally.
I know, but it was like oddly out of place.
Okay, I didn't notice it.
And there was a second one where Joey said like he was going out with a lot of girls and that, it seemed like not that big of a joke.
Right.
Yeah, and then the farce, one of the storylines is that Joey wants to get back together with that woman.
This is so horrible and cringeworthy and bizarre.
And she already has another boyfriend, so he pretends to be together with Monica. And he tells Monica they should, the 4 should go out together because, that guy...
Yes, he wants to break his ex and the ex's new boyfriend up, and he tells Monica that the new boyfriend is the ex's brother. And this is so ridiculous. Who would ever think of doing something like this? Well, it's so awful. And then it works in the end, and they're so happy. And
well, that's obviously a counterpoint. And the idea is that obviously it's not funny. And
what's not funny?
Or it's not. They shouldn't be happy. I mean, they make kind of a point to that. But the thing is that this kind of farce that you see in Frasier often.
Right, but they do it better.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as refined as you see it in Frasier.
Right, it was...
It was very, very...
I don't think you need to find an adjective. You just need to say, the idea of incest was used in this plot, with Monica not knowing they were not related. And it just was disgusting, really. I mean, it was hard to watch. It is just uncomfortable. That's
and it was they could have done a better job like creating this farce
Oh yeah, they could have done a way better job, but they didn't. And that's the thing, and that's brings me to that question: why is this series so beloved? Because this was awful. This subplot with Monica and Joey. The other 2 were actually. I was going to say the other 2 were very sweet, but no, the one was very sweet. The date, the laundry date, was so sweet and so realistic. I thought that's the kind of thing people do. They contrive a reason to meet someone else. This is so real life. And then Chandler breaking up with Janice, and I think this is the first time we see Janice.
Yeah, that was a little weird that, there's never any mention of any girlfriend of his, and suddenly he has Janice.
It's true. Janice appears out of the blue, and I hadn't thought about that because, I know Janice exists because I've already seen the whole series more than once. But yeah, all of a sudden Janice, ta-da, it's Janice.
And none of her signature, like,
She did her weird laugh,
she
her
did her
awful
laugh, but none of
Well,
the
she
other.
did not. What do you mean none of the others? One thing she does. She has her awful laugh, and she has her
Oh
oh
my
my
god.
god, and she didn't do that.
Yeah, and the laugh. Yeah, I guess.
No,
I
the
guess
laugh
so.
was the laugh was pretty horrible. You could see where she would be a person that would be hard to deal with, especially for Chandler. She and Chandler don't really seem to go together.
Right. But this also was something like, people are afraid to
This was so
break.
realistic.
Yeah,
This
these
was
people.
so utterly realistic. Oh, I have to break up with this person. Oh, I can't deal with it.
And then also in the Rachel Ross storyline, apart from the date where she says, she thinks that if she can do laundry because that's something she has never done before, like if she can manage that one thing, then she can do everything. And basically, it's like this kind of proof that she can do it on her own.
Yeah.
That's also something I think people can relate to. It's like,
It's true. It was funny. I had mixed feelings about that. I thought, okay, this woman is like 25. I think in real life she was 25, and I think in the story in the series I think she's also supposed to be about 25. And I might have believed it if she had been 18 and just going off to college, but she was about 25 and had never done laundry. But I guess they have a maid or a cleaning lady to do that at their house. So she genuinely didn't know how laundry worked. And I thought, God, so privileged. But we've established that she's super privileged. But it's true. When she said that, there was, even as a hardened middle-aged woman, I thought, that's so sweet. And it's so, I mean, I remember feeling like that. And I think, about many things. And I think even specifically about laundry. Oh, I've done my laundry. I've become a grown-up.
I felt the same way, yeah.
It was a strangely, sweetly poignant moment.
Yeah. And I think that's what the show generally like manages to do. Like even, 25 years later, because it's, back then there were no smartphones and no internet, but it still works because it's still a thing, I think.
Right. I mean, it holds up well in a lot of ways. And that's true. That was a particularly good example, a really nice moment. But yeah, I could have done without the weird, fake, incestuous subplot. That was just strange. You have to wonder what the writers were actually thinking. Who even tries something like that? Let's go on a double date and break someone up. And I know it's just a sitcom, but it's very mean. It's one of those things, because people really love the series Friends, but they love the friends. They love each friend. They feel like, I've heard people say they were like my friends. It was like having friends, but they're cruel. They're mean. They're inappropriate. So that's one of the reasons I have a hard time getting attached to the friends, except for maybe Phoebe, who is actually a kind person deep down, I think. But often they're so cruel, it doesn't make me like them.
Well, I mean, this particular farce was a little extreme, but maybe it had something similar happen.
It was heavy-handed.
Yeah, maybe
I guess is what you were trying to say before. It was heavy-handed. It was not done well.
I'm actually not sure if that means what I was saying.
I think you said plump.
Yeah.
I think maybe heavy-handed is.
Yeah, it's just not as but it might have been something that happened to one of the writers at one point. Maybe. Slightly...
Wow. That's something I just can't see happening. It's just so, to lie to a person and say these people are related when they're boyfriend and girlfriend, you'd have to be out of your mind.
So many other things happen. I
mean, it's true. Things happen.
And maybe it was a variation of that, and they just they just thought by doing it like over the top, it becomes even funnier. Oh. And maybe then it was like
I couldn't wait for it to end.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we've talked about this episode enough. I can't think of anything new to say. And don't you shake your head. Say.
No, I can't say anything either. It's, we discussed it in length.
Good. Then that brings us to a close of the podcast about the 5th episode of Friends, the one with the East German Laundry Detergent. See you next time. This is Regina Phalange.
And this is Ken Adams.
Bye.